Hi, this is Roy with AirPro Coaching coming to you with some information on bike fit. Our last video we talked about dynamic bike fitting and using technology and why we feel technology and the advancements of technology have helped the rider to become more comfortable, more powerful, more efficient. One of the things that we see, or one error we see quite often in bike fitting, is saddle height being incorrect. And with Retool, we're allowed to measure the rider's body position through the entire pedal stroke, at the top, at the bottom, at 3 o'clock position, at 9 o'clock. So we're getting that full revolution, what their leg is doing, what their knee position is doing through the pedal stroke. And we're doing this under load, meaning they're pedaling and I'm dialing up on my trainer different effort levels. And then we're taking those readings, and it's taking into account the articulation of the ankle. Are they toe pointing or heel dropping? Because that affects the height of the saddle. And then what is their knee path doing? Are they tracking straight up and down? Is their knee wobbling? Again, that all that factors into the height of the saddle. And what we noticed in static fits, anytime somebody comes in and they've had a static fit or they've had that basic fit, their saddle is too low. We noticed that the saddle is too low, upwards of maybe an inch and a half too low, which is significant. And sometimes they develop top and knee pain. Sometimes they don't, but I know what is happening is they're robbing themselves of performance and power. So for example, and you can do this right now, you can get out of your seat and do this. I want you a basic squat. So if you do a basic squat and you squat down, maybe you're gonna squat into a chair and you stand up halfway. So sit in that chair, come up halfway and stop. Then go back down, come up halfway and stop. Do that a bunch of times and see how quickly your legs fatigue. And that's what you're doing when your saddle height's too low. You're not untensioning the leg. There's always gonna be tension, your legs are always under load. And then we haven't even addressed the recovery phase of the stroke. So if we can say the power phase of your pedal stroke is on the downward motion and then the upward is the recovery, well, if my saddle's too low on the recovery stroke, I'm gonna be inefficient. I'm not gonna be able to come through that recovery phase as efficiently if my saddle height was proper. So now what I want you to do, same squat. Instead of coming up halfway, come up all the way, but stop before you lock your legs. You don't want to lock out your legs or lock out the joint, but stop just before that happens, and you're going to feel the tension relieve from the leg. So you're always under tension if the saddle height is too low versus if the saddle height is proper. Now think about this, if you're doing 80 revolutions per minute, that's almost 5,000 repetitions, and then all of a sudden your legs are going to fatigue. So the saddle height is causing excessive fatigue. You could experience cramping, which is quite often the reason for cramping, and people are looking for that bottle of pickle juice or something to stop that cramping, but it's an improper saddle height. And this happens quite often on static fits. So yeah, dynamic bike fitting costs a little bit more. The technology we use is expensive. That's the reason why you don't see this often in every single environment that provides bike fits. So a goniometer and plumb bob cost about $50. The Retool system is thousands of dollars. Or any dynamic bike fit systems is thousands of dollars. But it's important, it's imperative, it's insane not to spend the time, a couple hours with a bike fitter who has this technology and get your saddle height at minimum dialed in correctly. Now, we just went over saddle height. So now the forward and aft position, the reach to the bars, the proper bike frame size, all of these things, the cleat position, the proper shoes, all of this goes into the proper bike fit. And by having a dynamic bike fit system, we're armed with an X-ray of your bike fit. So that's just the height today. We're just going over saddle height and how dynamic bike fitting can help you improve not only in comfort and efficiency, but your power on the bike. I hope you guys found this information helpful. And as always, up your watts.